Okay, what I want to speak to you about is this so-called gold up on the hill. Ultimately, I started to wonder if it were this great of a deposit, how come you can't find any? I mean, what is it they see? And you know, I started looking into it more and more, and what I came across was these interesting pictures of river rock up on the side of a hill, and it sure didn't make any sense to me why I would find river rock on the side of the hill, and it wasn't because somebody dumped it in a big truck or there was a dump there. What it turns out used to be a major glacier that was here thousands of years ago, that actually the earth was pushing up and rising underneath it, and it would push up and crush rock, and when it would melt it would wash it away, and it would continue that process for thousands of years, and ultimately it washed all the dirt and the fines away, and it ground down any veins of quartz that were in the mountains of rocks that were there, and ground it into polished, round, smooth rock and sand. And turns out that that's a sign of a whole lot of washing and crushing, and that's pretty much what takes place in a gold mining operation. And that washing and crushing is very expensive to do. Well, the billions of years of washing and crushing have left behind an enormous amount of gold that sits underneath the pastures out there, and it's interested a lot of people, because a lot of people look around and they see a deposit of gold like that, and first thing they want to do is figure out how they can get to it to work on it, you know, and they ultimately have two choices. You either buy the land or you steal the land. And well, back in Jeff Dennis's time, he discovered that deposit around 1983, 1984, and in 1985, Kerr McGee published an offer to the R Ranch owners, because Jeff Dennis couldn't get the controlling stock back in the interest of the ranch and make that decision himself. He had to go to the owners and ask them if they might think it'd be a good deal to do it. Now, a lot of owners, they say that offer was rejected. It was by that opportunity, but look at the terms of the offer, and they offered 5% and then $100,000, you know, basically nothing at all. And so the owners rejected it, and now we've had a number of owners and boards of directors and people involved in trying to take it, and they'll tell you, they're the first ones to tell you there is no gold. They're the first ones to tell you could never mine it. They're the first ones to tell you that we don't want it because we've already voted on it and don't want it. And these are the same exact people that were involved in the negotiations of the mine. And I don't know if you can see through their hypocrisies or you just tend to believe what you're told. Or maybe you don't believe it at all and you understand what's really going on. Anyway, about it, I'm an owner of the ranch. I am entitled to have all the facts and knowledge of any aspect of anything going on the ranch. Well, these people who have been involved in this gold mining has purposely deceived you and I. They've purposely published false information. They've purposely withheld the information and notice to tell you that they were going to meet with people from the mining industry to discuss your minerals, your gold. It's your real estate, an undivided share. That is what a hostile takeover is in the simplest of sense. A de facto takeover is when someone wants to take a corporation over and they slip people in on the board of directors. And they make terrible decisions and they bankrupt the corporation from within. And then the parties that sent them in for the de facto takeover buy the corporation up and take it from the people who own it. And that is a process to do a takeover. It's simply a strategic method to steal from you property and investment that you have. This is what's going on this ranch.